will drop the monument and just kill them the good old-fashioned way. We draw a card, we discard a card, and here it is. Outracing mono red on burn with triple monument. Oh man, this is so good. So we counter this guy, and we of course copy the monument. Man, this is such a cool play. And this is how you beat the top World Championship deck. So far I see... Okay, so this is a token control. Okay, this is very important. And I think we keep this for later, because it will be great with Monument. And this is the only discard we have for now. So we need to make it count. Let's drop the Monument. And they will probably drop the talent. So we will both have our engines. And, you know, we'll go from there. Would love to counter something. We can deadly cover up it, but it's very slow. So not sure if we'll get there. Oh man, okay, this is important, so we probably want to what? Drop this. We have all the mana colors, so we don't need to take damage here. We could shoot the Sheriff, but then it stays for the rest of the game. They will draw cards, unless we counter. Let's go, let's go. I will be super greedy. I will be incredibly greedy. We have a land for the next turn, and Day of Black Sun is kinda amazing. This will lose the ability. Man, this is kinda fine. And we want the let's go. Let's go. I'm not sure if we can use all of it because we don't have the Great Door yet. But maybe single attachments will be enough to do. We will draw 5 cards, man. 2 from Monuments, 2 from this, and 1 from the draw. So at one of the turns we can just get so much down. Alright, they swing face as expected. We have a land. Okay, this is massive. I think I actually need the land. Like, we need land for this turn and for the next one. We have double black. Very important stuff. I mean, let's go. We have a setup. We get rid of Innocence, which is amazing. Oh, it's not going back because it doesn't have ability. This is not often useful, this, you know, losing abilities, but man, when it is, it actually does such a difference. So Legend of Kuruk is just giving us all the answers. Now it will flip to reverse the game. So sometimes you can just win with this without the monument. But it all depends. And now we are in the stage of the game that we absolutely love. We have everything. Our opponent has nothing. They will get some life gain, but it doesn't matter. The cards are what matters. And I nearly forgot to play this. This is mono white, so we don't need Demolition Field. And I mean, this is probably the beginning of the end for our opponent. Like, this doesn't matter. We killed the one card that mattered, Enduring Innocence, their draw engine. And they probably won't get more. This is fine, we can take 3 damage. Against this type of deck, you want to counter only things that are like really important, you know? Like, if you keep wasting your counter spells, you can lose later. So don't do it, guys. Don't do it, guys. And now we can take the damage. Honestly, I will just trade Kuruk against it, if I have to. Like, it's not relevant what is going on the board as long as it doesn't kill us. Because those monuments are stacking damage. To be fair, it's white, so they probably play Ultima. Right? They definitely play... Well, I think they play Sweepers. Even though they use creatures. Okay. I mean, okay as in no. You know, that's more what I wanted to say, basically. And you can also start hitting them with those spirits, which will help a little bit later. Okay, let's go for this and see what we get. And we get Deadly Cover-Up. This is a good card. This is a good card, but I think we can do better than this. And here I probably will draw 2 more cards. Like, we want Great Door as soon as possible, so we can start triggering those naturally. So here are our 3 lands from the top. The Golden Classic. But that being said, as you can see, we can fully ignore the flanker, and look how helpful it is to have Kuruk. Now we don't need to shoot the Sheriff, which means that we can draw and discard. This is also the reason why 3 steps ahead is so important in this deck, because it still triggers the monument, and it also gives you the counter spells, hard counter spells. You don't have many, so you don't want the mana based ones. You want them to count during the game. This is fine. Like, even though it's great trade for our opponent, it's not good enough to actually help them. This is the card that lets them win. Nope. 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 So we have 2 3 steps ahead and 1 negate in the deck. We don't need this. I think we'll try to draw cards. We still didn't activate the real engine. We need the Great Doors and we have 4 of them. Or counters. Like, at some point we'll hit one of those cards. And we already did. Let's go. Okay, and now we are kinda set. Let's swing. I think they have another Ultima. So we probably need to draw into a counter spell. If not, there is a chance we will lose the monuments. I think that's the play. Yep. Like, you can see, guys, like, I know exactly how our opponent will play, what we'll do against it, what we need to draw. The only hard part is actually drawing the card that I need to win. And we, of course, did here. Negate, absolutely amazing draw. To be absolutely honest, on the, a bit lucky side, man, we actually drew 2 out of 3 counter spells, so very good for us. And of course, our opponent can do absolutely nothing. The only card that matters for this matchup is Ultima. And they used 2, and we countered 2. Alright, our opponent's starting very strong with a turn 1 Gran. Absolute must kill. If this survives, you are so far behind. Man, this was close to a disaster. Like, it's crazy because we have so many 1 and 2 drops that are close to game ending that you instantly need to answer. Like, you need to kill them moment they drop. Because this is Monument, is it, of course? With some sideboard against Reanimator, because it seems that they are struggling a little bit there. So, when they activate Gran, they get all the correct cards. They are very quick to activate the 3 lessons thing. And when they hit Monument, it's basically GG, because they get so many modes, like they get mana, they can get damage and card draw. So at this point, it's very, very hard to, keep up with them, basically. Let's see if they pump. Nope. So I think we just kill it. We could also go for Abandoned Attachments. You know what? I think I'll take it. Obviously, it's good for our opponent. But it's only 3 damage on this turn. They are down to 2 cards. And now we can start to do things. I think it has to be the Monument. Especially that we can double trigger it on the next turn. And we also got rid of all the villages. So you know what? Kinda scary because of double altar. But maybe we can hit the Day of Black Sun. We probably would love to, sweep this board and get like 1 counter spell, because Monument will be a problem. We need to prepare for it before it drops. Alright, so they have another Quench. Alright, that's interesting. Didn't think about it. Like, they shouldn't have so many already. So I think we go for... Bro, what is this tap? Tap like this, please. We could also go for the Great Door. It's kind of more resistant to everything. They can quench it. Honestly, they probably should. But that also means that we still get it in the board. Okay, I'm happy to see this. And we should probably, and we could just try this, but I think we just cycle Jace here. I think we are under so much pressure that we just won't have time for it. Okay, and I think we draw cards. We need like 3-4 more. Oh, this is such a great card, man, but we cannot counter on the... Okay, this is the turn when we don't want to see the Monument. If we can, get a Monument-less game from our opponent, I think we can win this. But if they drop Monument, I think we are gone. Okay, so let's see. They drew because they are searching for the Monument. Alright, they have the one thing, but not the Monument yet. They still have 3 mana for it. Okay, going into combat. 4 damage. Man, I love 4 damage. 4 damage is great. Because that means we are not dead on this turn. Okay, let's go for Abandoned Attachments and let's see if they counter it. Nope. Now Day of Black Sun is probably what we are searching for. Let's keep drawing cards. Mana is also nice, but I think we mostly need the right cards. This is the right card. 100%. And by the way, this is why you have Chart a Course, so we can get so much value from this. Alright, now we have the cards we need. All we care about is to have enough mana to play them. Let's go. So we go for the treasure. I think we're close to getting control over this game. They don't have enough mana to use talents. Like, they can, but it will be too slow. So now we go for this. And this has to go through. And we'll make sure it does. They cannot counter it. Like, we are a better control deck. Like, they have, you know, this small peek into the power of a control mage. But we are the real OG one. Okay, so I think they maybe just want to use the lesson. Yeah, I think they are not trying to buffer it. I think this player actually wants to activate 3 lessons, which means usually that they have accumulate wisdom in their hand. That's important to know. If we play this, we can draw a lot of cards, but we can do it at the end step too. Alright, right now we have 5 mana. Very important. Gran, I think we can deal with it somehow. Of course they get the discount, so that's not amazing, but it is what it is. Colorless mana is kinda important when you see this discount, because they cannot play more than 2 blue spells anyway. Alright, so... whoops. Let's go for this, and let's abandon some attachments. Unfortunately it has to be Charty Course, but I think it's still worth it. Like, we should hit something and we have the Great Door. It's not like we'll draw 3 lands from the top, right? Or 4 lands from the top. Negate is amazing. Man, this card is massive here. Okay, those are good draws. Like, honestly. So we have this for 3 steps ahead, this for Negate. I think we can tap land here. We don't have removal, but that's kind... You know what? Let's try to hit removal. I just thought that maybe let's do it. At some point we can start killing them. Okay, this is actually a very good draw. And this is actually an amazing draw. Let's draw more cards. Okay guys, we are getting there. We are actually getting there. I don't need to tap here. I don't want to mess it up here, you know? So we could get rid of Gran, or give them 1 draw. I don't like the idea of giving them draw. So I think it's accumulate wisdom at the end step. We need to spend 2 mana for... I think we need a lot of mana for this 1 turn. If we play Day of Black Sun, well, I guess we have treasures. Yep. Alright. I think Gran is so powerful that... See? I freaking knew it. Freaking knew it. Nope. This is why we are a control player. We have everything predicted what our opponent has. And I'll tell you, you know why it was such a crazy read that they have accumulate wisdom? Because usually you see that you need 3 out of 3 lessons. When you have it in the hand, it's highlighted. Then you instinctively think about it. And that I was like, do they really predicted it? Or they just sit in their hand? And I was like, I will take the risk, it's probably in the hand. And it turned out to be right. So no, just those small reads sometimes make a huge difference. Let's go. Charty Course. More, they probably have second. And then they will start using talents to get them, but this is where we start to drop the talent. Honestly, I guess we don't need this guy. And it starts. And it starts. We could deal more damage. In all honesty, I think this is all we need here. We'll decide at the end step what we'll do, because we can discard 1 card here and 1 card here. The crab. I mean, it's probably a counter spell target. But this also allows us... We could make a copy. Oh man, this is so good. Okay, I think this is good enough. So we counter this guy, and we of course copy the monument. Man, this is such a cool play. We're a little bit vulnerable then, because we get less mana, but we kill so quickly. I don't think they can kill us in 1 turn. They can boomerang the monument, so that's something we need to be careful of. But it's sorcery, so we will be able to answer. And this is how you beat the top World Championship deck. Honestly, this is such a decent hand. I don't think we need to do anything here. Like, honestly, we just pay this. Do you think they play a creature at the end step? Man, dropping Monument here would be so great. But I think we can wait a little bit, because we can counter spell. If that's not a creature, I'm absolutely fine with it. If it's a creature, that will be a bit of a... That's fine, that's fine. Basically, you don't want to see anything that is permanent. But the deck is different than I expected. It seems to be Boros Burn. I was thinking about Voice of Victory, Token with maybe Delnay. I thought that's the deck we are playing against. Against Boros aggro, like that means they have full hand of Burn. So moment we play this, oh man, bad things will happen. And our counter spells are pretty expensive. Okay, this is important. How do we play this? We probably drop this, because we have only 3 mana plays. Do we have a time for Monument? I honestly don't think we do. I think we'll try to go Monument Attachments or something. Let's see, Charm? Nope. I think they have Boros Charms in the hand, so that will be a massive burn. Like, we need to be careful. We probably need to draw Negate. And we need a lot of mana, guys, a lot of mana. I think we need Monument into 3 steps ahead. I think we need to keep the counter spells going. We are not as heavy control as usually, so we only have 5 counter spells in the deck, but we still have more, so we should draw them. Okay, now we can start stacking a little bit of value. And this is where they attack. Moment you play stuff, well, prepare to get barraged with burn spells. Because we can counter only 1 spell and they know it. Alright. I think they have full hand of burn, honestly. Nova Hellkite. Yeah, I mean, yeah. We don't have instant removal. We could try to discard this, get treasure, and shoot the sheriff, but I don't think it's worth it. So, unfortunately, we are forced to make the first... But see, moment we drop Monument, like, we are instantly getting attacked. But this is at most 4 damage, so I think we can tank it. And soon we'll get to double Monument, which is massive. The fact that they don't have a creature that stays on the board is actually massively bad for us, because we are here stacked with Virtues that are here to live gain. We would be at 18 men, but we actually can, and we would also kill the creature, right? So the fact that they only have burn is actually working in their favor here. Okay, this is good. Okay, this is good. So we can take 1 damage from it. Right, right. We'll soon start the big plays. I actually want to see creatures, man. Because then we can live gain with them. Okay, thank you. Thank you. And hopefully they will hit face with it. So normally they are trying to bait some response, because this is really good play from their perspective. They are dealing 2 damage for free. It's like a shock. And we don't have great answers, like we need to sweep, but it's only 2 for 1. Like everything is going right for our opponent, but they don't know about those ones. We actually want those cards, so let's wait for something bad. Okay, this is where we start to shine. We probably will get 2 treasures here. Let's draw a card, discard a card. Oh boy. I think 2 isn't, like, let's not overdo it, guys. Like, I also want 3, but let's get real here. Wait. No, we couldn't. I was like, did we just miss lethal? Because triple Monument can be 18 damage, but we wouldn't have enough mana, so we still need to tank extra turn. So I think that should be fine. And we go this. We kill the Firebrand, because this will be harder to kill in the future. And we don't really care about this one. Okay. Good play for our opponent. We could counter it. So it will be bigger as well. I'm not fan of this play, but I think we have to counter. I did not expect this type of play, to be honest. Let's go. It is what it is, you know? But with this, at least we are getting the live gain. We're preventing a 2-2 in the board. So that was a little bit messy, but now we are fully open, but we also have full setup. So this is interesting. We have another Virtue, so we can live gain a little bit. They are not going for the full version. Wait, this is a weird interaction. So they don't get the warp, but it still dies? So, wait, does it... How does it work? Okay, they still get it. Oh, they prevent the 1 damage. That's fine. That's fine. Do we start attacking already? First, we absolutely... Wait, maybe they have more? But then we will decide. Then we can draw cards and make mana in response. This will be such a weird game, man. But we're back to 12, that's massive. I will play it now. Because then we get 2 new cards. Okay. Okay, this is important. In 2 turns, game will end. Guys, holy, this is such a, you know, roller coaster. We could drop the 3rd monument with a treasure. And then trigger it on opponent turn. Oh, it's such a cool play, man. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, sorry, man. I need to think about this one. With so many monuments, we can just kill them. Our opponent... More like mono-red logic. Nope. You will be here with us until you explode. And you will. Alright, so monument to endurance. We have the 3rd one. So this is... Basically, we win the game on the next turn. So they need to go absolutely all in. And that means... Alright, Commando. This is an interesting one. I think we can afford this play. Okay, with this we can create more... Oh, yes. Yes. This is exactly what we wanted. Okay, guys. We made... Oh, we made the treasures. Ooh, that's a little bit worse. I think only 1 didn't have a... Wait. Okay, we have 2 on those treasure. Okay, we still make the treasure. And so let's do this. Let's not show that we are killing our opponent yet. Man, I got scared for a second. And I'm doing it now so they cannot sacrifice it, you know? That's kind of a big deal. Because the whole point is that they want to kill a monument or something with it. Or the Great Door. And they also don't have damage pressure. And we can draw a card here. Because next turn we have a way to discard. So we main phase this into upkeep this, and that's good enough. And our opponent is out, as foretold, and as they deserved. Let's drop the tap land, shall we? We actually have double blue for Jace, so we will definitely play it on the next turn, right? Right, let's go for a swamp. Of course, this cannot be played for the first 3 turns. It's here because it actually hits the deck perfectly. Not only you can draw this card for monument and cycling and hitting monument, but also you can plot exactly permanent with 3 or less. Great Door or monument. So those are like absolutely perfect hits for you. Nope. Go away, challenger. We don't want to play with you. We've already had this part for many months. Man, you remember this era of every deck being Slickshot, Challenger, Mouse, Hero, Hit Face, you dead on turn 3? And of course the Leyline era, where you were dead on turn 2. That was fun. Man, I still remember the game where my opponent got double Leyline, and they actually outvalued me on the cards because they were drawing so much with those mouse things. Okay, this is important. So, we have Cycling Engine. I think Jace is not needed because we already have everything. We just need the monument here. This engine. Man, this engine is absolutely amazing. Once you set it up, suddenly you play by different rules because you have what? You can get 2 extra mana in between your turns. I mean, if you discard something else with like abandoned attachments, or, you know, just get 2 cards per turn forever, like just without investing mana. The favorite part about Great Door, and the reason I'm using this card so often, probably so much more often than, you know, majority of players, is that it is 0 mana ability. When you use the Vault, which is 2 mana, and you pay 2 mana and get the treasure back, you instantly feel the difference, man. You instantly feel the difference. I hope they don't have artifact removal. That's something I keep in mind. We have Deadly Cover-Up, so we don't need both, but we definitely want a land. What do we want, man? We probably want more answers, because if we can get to, some few counter spells, we should be very comfortable in this game. We have to drop the next one. This is massive. And I think we can go for this. We can always get 2 mana, but because this is sorcery and this is sorcery, we don't really need, mana on their turn. And because we're at 17, we should be fine against all the hasters that will inevitably drop. Nova Hellkite... Man, I was thinking about Nemesis and then I remembered. Okay. Hitting face, sure. Well, you know what? I think we need to prove to our opponent who can hit face faster. Oh, you think you are faster? Welcome to the new reality where Dimir control just kills you outright. Man, we could even try to go for, hit. But we don't need to. So we go for this first. And then we decide what we do when we see the play. Unfortunately, we don't have counter spells. We have 5 in the deck. So generally, you hope to draw at least 1. We should probably in the next 5 draws or something. Now, our opponent doesn't hit face anymore. Let's see. Of course, they are preparing with some burn spell. Maybe even multiples. Huh. I don't see creatures, so I think at this point we can get rid of Deadly Cover-Up. It probably will be too slow. But in all honesty, our opponent is nearly dead. Like, guys, personally, I would just keep winning and just draw, keep drawing more cards. But I think we really should go for, the kill here. So our opponent is literally at 2. If we draw a burn spell here, we win. Because we just burn 6 with this and 2 with their own... Oh, we'll kill Monored with their own burn. It's been a while. I miss this type of win con. I think they might scoop just to avoid, dying to their own spells. Of course, they will unleash everything in response. We are fully tapped, but they cannot deal 13 damage on 5 mana. Like, whatever the combination is, I think they have a lot of burn. They probably have, like, 9 damage here. Mountain. Well, I don't remember, my opponent Monored drawing like this in like top deck wars. But we will drop the monument and just kill them the good old-fashioned way. We draw a card, we discard a card, and here it is. Outracing Mono-Red on burn with triple monument. I mean, that's one way to do it. Oh boy, you are on the draw against Mono Green. We can kill the first creature, but man, being on the draw in this matchup is painful, absolutely painful, especially against Badger. So why Badger is so incredibly strong? I've seen some comments, man, just talking about Badger, and oh, this is always a cool discussion. So, as you can see, what is the counter to a creature? Well, removal, isn't it? Let's see how it goes. I spent card to answer card. Wait, there's another? Badger wins against removal, which is supposed to be the answer for creatures. So Badger is actually, one of the cards that is kind of breaking the rules of how you interact with aggro decks, because it just wins against its counter, because it creates 2 different creatures. But wait, there's more. The fact that if you don't answer it, it close to wins the game on the spot because it ramps so crazily and pushes so much damage. Like, the Badger can still attack while you get the extra mana. So it's actually better than having ramp on this creature. Then you would have to tap it. If that was a 1 creature and not 2, then you tap 3/3 and get 1 mana. Well, here you tap 1/1 and get still 2/2 to attack the face, And they also stack incredibly well. And, when you kill lands, I mean, they get back, so, not a big loss. So this creates the board state that you see here. Thanks to Badger being Badger, they have 2 extra creatures, so instead of 3 creatures, which is already kinda bad, now we have 5. And of course then Space Dragon kinda completely destroys the game. So I think we can try to survive 1 turn, which means the best play is Legend of Kuruk. Because this gives us access to the highest chance of hitting a sweeper on the next turn. I mean, this is just removal, it doesn't really answer creatures, Like what? You kill Badger? You're still so far behind, man. So I think at this point we have to hit Day of Black Sun, and that's the only draw that lets you play the game. If we miss, We can still draw land into Deadly Cover-Up, but it has to be untapped one, because the village will be tapped. So we can either hit Day of Black Sun, or two different cards that needs to be specifically untapped land into Deadly Cover-Up. If we draw anything else, we won't be able to play the game. So, you know, just badger things. Alright, this is, we missed already. And it seems that we'll miss actually on both of the plays, yep. Yep. Great, love it, love it. So, the best play we can make here is to go this and this. I believe we still have double black, so we can hit Day of Black Sun. I think if we play Monument, we would be too short. And we didn't hit the card. Guys, we didn't hit the card. Nope. We drew 17 cards, no Deadly Cover-Up, no Day of Black Sun, and, you know, the removal doesn't really answer the badger anyway. And that's it. We lose, right? I don't think there's much we can do here. We can kill one of the creatures, which is 9 damage. Yep. And this is why Badger is a card. Well guys, I hope you enjoyed Dimir Control, the archetype that always holds special place in my dark heart. I mean, you counter spells and you kill creatures. What more to want from life in Magic? Jokes aside, I have some changes after playing, you know, those games. Some of the cards didn't perform as I expected them to, so we'll talk through the changes. You might see some of them, but before we go there, our absolute legend for today is of course Brachydicycle. And my friend, you got Dimir Control. Like, doesn't get better than this. So this deck is for you. And of course, huge thank you to, you know, for supporting the channel and just being a bro. It's always appreciated, man. And so the Mistrise Village is a weird one because on paper it just fits perfectly. Like, you can counter every win con, and because you have only 5 counter spells, you kind of want to make them count. So you can counter with this every monument and every rapture they have as the win con, or Elspeth, or whatever they are running, and they cannot do anything about it. You also have Demolition Field to hit their Demolition Field, and we have Triple Village, so we should, you know, resolve some of those spells. And we can just play the monument game plan and try to burst them before they can react to it. They only have Ultima probably to kill artifacts in the deck. So on paper it looks perfect, but in reality, I'll tell you, I never use the part of uncounterability, and it always feels either slow or just I don't hit it. And usually what this deck does this land does for me is just being a tapped island. So I would experiment without it, even though on paper it seems amazing, but we kinda need the basics and the right mana, so maybe something here could be improved. And Robbery felt a little bit slow. I also think maybe Rise of Sozin can be, you know, basically upgraded into Deadly Cover-Up as the faster sweeper, because in many games we just needed more sweepers faster. Monument to Endurance and Great Door is kinda enough to close the games from my experience, especially that you can protect them with counter spells. So on the win con side, I actually didn't have any troubles. We also have Reef, we also have Legend of Kuruk, so we have plenty of ways to, you know, close the game. So yeah, with that being said, thank you to all the patrons for allowing us to play all those cool decks. Thank you so much, guys, for supporting the channel. And yeah, I mean, that's kind of it for today. Hope you enjoyed, and see you guys tomorrow.